And again, on Friday there was evidence of their GPS data locations that indicate they were there at 1:58 p.m. Does that sound accurate to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. When you conduct interviews with individuals pertaining to investigation, a criminal investigation, are those interviews generally recorded?
Most of the time.
Is that audio recorded as well as video recorded?
When available, yes.
Okay. Does the Oxford substation, the sheriff's office, have the capability to record interviews in such a fashion?
They did and do.
Okay. So on November the 30th, 2021, did you interview both James and Jennifer Crumley?
I did.
Okay. And was that interview recorded?
It was.
Have you had the opportunity to review that recording?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does that recording fairly and accurately depict your interview with James and Jennifer Crumley on November the 30th, 2021?
It does.
Judge, that's People's 340. People move to admit.
We have no objection.
340 is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to play it for the jury, but before we do, I just want to confirm with you, Sergeant, that the recording that we're going to introduce as evidence is Exhibit 340. It has a date and time stamp. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, but that time stamp is actually an hour off.
That's correct.
Okay, is that daylight savings time?
I don't know why it's
Okay.
an hour. I really don't.
That's fair. But we know that they arrived at 1:58 in the afternoon, and did you speak with them immediately after they arrived?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be the time you spoke with them, not 2:58.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
How long is it, Sergeant? Do you know?
The video?
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes per hour.
Okay.
It's
Not
around,
very long.
around 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So, Sergeant, as I get this queued up, this would have been right after they found out that their son was taken into custody for the Oxford High School school shooting?
Correct.
Just so we can identify everybody. This is you in the blue shirt,
Yes, it is.
and the individual to your left in the video is who?
My partner, Rob Miller.
Okay. Individual with the hat,
James Crumbly.
and the female in the video.
Jennifer Crumbly.
Okay. And again, this is 1:58 and 59 seconds, November 30th, 2021.
Yes, sir.
So, we have, obviously we don't know all what happened yet because everything's still ongoing. It's our understanding that he wasn't involved in a school shooting. He was the one who did everything. He said he acted alone. That's basically one thing we've asked him so far because there's word about other students or other people who've done the virus. Want to use some questions for you, or ask you some questions first before we even start talking to him. Is there, I hate to stop you. Is it possible for me to have a word by now? Yes, yes, super dry, breaking out. Say that first,
Was there any fatalities that you know of?
And we do not know. There are several people who've been shot, though. This is my partner is back. We'll get into it with him a little bit. But we really need to talk to him. Of course, we can't do that.
We were just very early morning.
That's all right. I understand. But we'll talk about that.
You've never done anything bad.
Jennifer, what is your date of birth? Last name is also Crumsley. And Kate, what is your date of birth? So, we're coming in very early, but when it's interrogation, this recently, was that? This morning. What went down this morning? Well, he was writing, yes, show them the picture.
He was doodling on a test or a practice test.
Do you think we should probably have a lawyer?
think we can speak
I know.
to the cops and
Just
we'll
Follow
answer these.
And here's our perspective right now. This thing is still very, very fresh.
right.
All right, people are still on their way to the hospital and such. We need to know what his state of mind is. Is there explosive devices anywhere? Is there other guns anywhere? Did he hide guns, ammunition, explosive devices? Are there any other victims? We need to know these things quite rapidly.
I was in town. I saw all you guys go to compare them. When I see 5, I start concerned. I headed to the high school, obviously couldn't get to the high school, turned into the Meyer parking lot, and I saw all these kids standing outside. I'm trying to call my son, make sure he's okay, and
He texted me that he loved me.
He texted you that.
and somebody said that there was an active shooter.
35 minutes
I
before he called me,
immediately,
that was what
freaked out
I was
because
down
of
to the school.
the
He
situation.
was drawing that on the paper and the counselor called it down.
So really, you can't even What did the text say?
No, but it was texted to me
Oh.
from the counselor.
Counselor.
I texted Ethan at 12:21, you okay? He said, yeah, just got back from lunch. I said, you know, you can talk to us, we won't judge. He goes, I know, thank you, I'm sorry for that, I love you. I said, I love you too. And then, you okay? And hear back. And then he told me about what's going on, and I freaked out and I drove here from work. And that's
That's where we're at.
that's where we're at.
What time did you text him?
That was at 12:21, and he was just getting back from lunch.
So you guys had a meeting with the counselor this morning over
Yeah.
the rule?
Yeah.
I said, real quick, you have this. What, was it the first hour, second one, what time was it?
I got to school at 10:30, I don't know
So it
whatever.
would have been earlier, first or second hour, I don't know.
And what did he say?
I mean, he just said he was sorry, he just said, you know,
Does he have an issue, like being picked on?
No.
Or?
No.
not that we know of. His best friend, his parents just sent him somewhere to Wisconsin for an OCD rehabilitation. That was his only friend that he had. They hung out all the time, hung out at school. Our dog, our Great Pyrenees, just passed away a couple months ago. My mom died back in April. So that's
So John, what else was going on?
They didn't.
They say, did you guys go over this with him, like, what is that, with the modals? Anybody ask him what the tool was?
No, the counselor just.
the counselor just said, you know, there's no.
I honestly didn't even think about that, because
I mean, it's Ethan. Like Ethan's he's a perfect kid. Like he doesn't do anything. He doesn't get in trouble at school. He doesn't
that's how.
That's your guy? What kind of?
It's a 6-liter man. It was hidden in our armor, in the case, and bullets were hidden in a completely different spot, underneath some jeans. I raced home, and I was
And that's under you saw all the cops.
after I saw the cops, after I found out it was an active shooter, after what went on this morning, I immediately raced home and found the gun in his hands when I called you guys. I called you guys right away and let you know.
Where, how far away is your guys' street? I'm not familiar with that street.
He walks between from school. It's really right in the village.
So what we'd like to do is talk to your son. And obviously you mentioned earlier our lawyer. He is totally entitled to one. That's going to be all up to you guys. Because it's his age.
We would like.
I'm messaging Andy right now.
Okay. Can Andy handle?
Andy can get me something.
We would like a lawyer present
Before doing any question.
from here on out. Okay. And there's no disrespect to you guys. That's okay. It's just, we don't, I don't want to on this one. I only see this stuff on TV. That's cool.
All I know is that I called from the counselor about that. He texted me, and we went down there and met with him.
That's all that was about.
That's all it was about. And he didn't seem worried about it. And he said he was more welcome to stay at school or he could go home. And I really wish we
Would have taken
could go home.
Is this, or is that?
He didn't help here.
For the time being, that'll be, he's better arrested when he's going to, either jail or sort of military for a short time. That's what I'm talking about. So, that's where we're at.
Any medical conditions, any mental conditions we need to be aware of?
He said he gets anxiety before tests and maybe there's something he can
Does he
do.
have any meds or anything like that that you have at home that you might need to bring for him? No meds, no, is there no treatment for mental health, anything like that?
Give me 1 second, I'm going to get a confinement form, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff we have to ask them, as far as just height, weight, and all that kind of stuff, and one of you guys can go with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I can from bro. Alright, so give me 1 minute to go to the form, I'll be right back.
You're. Yourself the same. Any trouble with him with the law or anything?
Nothing.
Everything's suspended?
Nothing.
You're not even.
No, I mean, mediocre grades. I mean, they're up and down, you know. But
He got. I found out he had an E in geometry last night. I got on.
Somebody put.
no, a grade. We were talking to him about his grade.
I got on to him last night.
I'm sorry, it's what?
His grade.
Grades, okay.
He was feeling geometry. And I got on to him. And then all of a sudden, all this.
Actually, no, he's gonna be safe, okay? He's not hurt at all. It's gonna get worse or it's better. At this point right now, it's all pretty fresh. We don't know. Say that many people are hurt, anybody's died, we don't know. At this point. Do you have any other children? Any family members we should check in? Any family members you may be concerned about? Is he angry at any family members that you want to hurt?
well, I mean, she's not being. It's just fine. He's in school. He apologized about last night. We talked about his grades. Told him, like, listen, we just want you to drop. Make sure you have, uncompleted assignments. That's all we want to be.
Do you sound great?
ads on social media, you know what?
Not Facebook, Instagram.
You got something.
You know.
Magazines they have right now. Were they loading bags? They were empty when you swore.
They were empty, the gun was empty, and the bullets were in a completely different place.
How many rounds did you have?
I don't know. You guys bought 100 when you went to the
We
shooting.
bought 200.
I thought it was just a box.
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't.
I don't
He
remember.
didn't.
I don't remember what I
It
bought.
wasn't an exorbitant amount of money, because you would have known.
About $56.
Okay, then he only bought 100 rounds. And so these guys spent 50. So, yeah, I mean, we go to the shooting range all the time.
He goes with you, so he knows how to work the gun.
Yes. I've been trying to teach him safety, and, I mean,
It was a hobby that they did together.
Sure.
Still not gonna release his name or anything.
He's a juvenile, they won't do that.
Hmm?
No, they will not. He's a juvenile, they won't release him. I have a partner here, that's James Robert.
Yes.
Jennifer, what's your number?
Cause I tried calling him and telling him it was emergency, this is smart right now. I don't do it. I'll talk to him.
Jennifer Lynn? You guys live there, correct? Okay, I'm just gonna get a couple quick and we'll get. You guys want to pop up, I'll leave your phones in there. I'll walk in and see basic information we got. maybe?
5'11".
Yeah, I think so.
How much do you weigh?
180.
Eye color,
Blue, grayish,
hair color,
brown, or brown.
Okay, so we were gonna ask you a bunch of questions about why you did this and get your whole side of the story, but your parents want to retain insurance, so we'll not be asking you any questions about the incident that you were involved in. Your parents popped in here to get some basic information. You will have a contact with them eventually. We'll be taking you to either Oakland County Jail or Children's Village forthwith, get you lodged after we take all your clothes and everything else you have on you. Any questions for me? You have to ask, it's up to you. If you want to ask me something, go ahead.
I don't think we need to ask any questions right now.
Okay, hop up. I'll back up.
You say you're extra.
Why?
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You guys can- I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You guys can-
He didn't even care. What the fuck?
Go be free, go. You have our information. Do you have any questions for us?
Okay,
So typically what happens is, now we haven't done you.
Somebody contact us and let us know where it's going to be.
The corporal. Yeah.
When?
A day or two. Could be today, could be tomorrow. Hey, look what he did, right? So right now, I really don't care about,
I understand.
We understand, right?
so somebody will be in contact
Okay.
because of his age. Yeah. Okay. I'll walk you up.
Sergeant Bryan, the person we heard sobbing at the very end, was that the defendant or is that her husband?
Oh, James.
Your Honor, I would object. They're both crying at the end. I think that's misleading.
Well, the only one who can
I
make
think
that
it's- okay.
is Sergeant Bryan.
Okay, well, he has his personal knowledge. You can,
Yeah.
you can rely on the evidence that you see, okay? You can, all the evidence will be available for you when you deliberate as well, okay?
And Sergeant, we had some pauses in there. That's because personal information was being obtained from the defendants?
Correct.
Okay. Judge, I'm going to move to admit that the transcript of the interview is Exhibit 424. The audio is a little bit garbled over the two TVs that the court has in the courtroom.
Any objection?
Your Honor, I have not seen 424. They have not sent it to me.
We can
So,
feel free to take a look at my copy while we can.
Okay,
The court can withhold the ruling.
Subject to review, you can let me know in the next 2 days, okay?
you, absolutely, and likely, no objection, but I need to see it. Thanks.
This is a transcript,
Yes, Judge.
all right?
That would be 424. We'll revisit tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know, Miss. all right?
Okay, we'll do.
Certainly. Sergeant Bryan, what was your impression of the defendant's demeanor throughout the interview?
Atypical from what I'm used to on something like that.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, I would object as to the foundation, lack of foundation for this.
System.
Sure. Sergeant Bryan, you've been in the sheriff's office for 29 years now?
Yep, a couple months.
Okay. And you've been with the Special Investigative Unit for over 10 years?
Yes.
Okay, and you already told us that that is the unit within the sheriff's office that handles the major investigations.
Yes.
Okay, that includes internal affairs,
Correct.
and it includes homicides.
Correct.
How many interviews of either witnesses or suspects of crimes have you think you've been a part of?
5,000, maybe
Okay.
more,
This is something you do on a day-to-day basis?
every day.
Okay. And you described the defendant's demeanor as atypical.
Correct.
Okay, and tell us why.
Your Honor, I would object as to this witness's opinion when the jury can see what's in the video. Every person in life reacts differently. This is very grossly unfair and prejudicial.
That's argument. The Council's free to make
the
that
best
argument.
evidence of how she reacted to the video itself?
Well, I think an officer with 30 years of experience is in a unique position to give that testimony.
I think the jury can decide for themselves. The jury's going to see the evidence. They saw the videotape. They can decide if that her behavior is normal or not normal.
Thank you, Judge.
How do people? I guess you can ask, how do people react when their children? You know, you've had other cases with children being charged.
Yes, not a school shooting, but yes, I've had many cases where kids have done bad things.
Okay.
I've had to tell the parents.
And you've had to tell the parents that?
Yes.
Okay. And what you experienced on November the 30th was not consistent with what you
Your Honor,
experienced in the
I
past?
object again. Same thing.
That was the court's question.
I didn't hear the question.
I was just following up with the court's question, Judge, that in his experience, he's had the opportunity to interview parents of a juvenile who's done something illegal.
What's a common reaction that you've experienced?
Crying, disbelief, why, those
Your
kind of
Honor,
things, Your Honor.
Again, I object. It's irrelevant and it's prejudicial, and no other parents have had their child commit a school shooting. He just said, this is
Well, that's not
such a
true.
different case. Well, he said in his experience, he hasn't talked to anyone else with a school shooting.
He said he's dealt with children who've done very bad things, right?
This is like bad though. I mean, this is
Yeah.
like,
Well, we're going to move on anyway. You guys can watch the video and decide for yourselves, okay?
I've nothing further, thank you.
Okay, props.
it's fair to say that every parent reacts differently when confronted with news about their child.
Yes.
And you don't know Jennifer and James Crumbly, correct?
No, I do not.
And prior to this day, you had never met Ethan Crumbly.
No.
So whether their reaction was even normal for how they normally react, you wouldn't even know that.
Correct.
I have nothing further.
Redirect.
Just briefly.
Your Honor, I do have one question, if I could just have a moment. Okay, there's one, it's listed with them. I was just asking about an exhibit, Your Honor, that's listed through Sergeant Brian, but it's coming in through a different.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping track.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
That was the video and the transcript were the only ones.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
In your experience, you ever deal with a parent in this situation who was scrolling through her phone during this interview?
No.
Nothing further.
Your Honor, I object as to relevance, and she's giving the phone to him. I at least ask for recross.
You can ask him another question if you want. Go ahead.
While Mrs. Crumbly is showing you things from her phone during the interview, correct?
She showed me the picture, yes, ma'am.
And she's trying to zoom in on the picture, and the thing won't zoom in, correct?
Correct.
And she's sitting there scrolling, looking for it on other messages and threads. Or
I don't know.
you don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know.
fair enough. Thank you.
Nothing
Okay, you can step down and
Thank
you
you,
can
Your Honor.
Thank you. Who's the next witness?
further. Judge, may we approach?